What's going on YouTube? Kamikazevondoom here with another Division 2 build video. Now this is going to be a really nice build video for you guys. So I hope you guys enjoy it. But let's go ahead and get the pleasantries out of the way. I am Kamikazevondoom. If you do enjoy this video in any way, shape, or form, don't forget to mash that like, subscribe to the channel, and if you have any questions at all, hit me up in that comment section below. I am happy to open up that dialogue with you guys. Yeah, with that being said, shout out to the DoD doing work. Alright, here we go, guys. This is a 500 gear score build. This is my current DZ build that I am using for both PvP and PvE. And here she is. Starting out, I am using the Demolition Specialization. Reason why I'm doing that is pretty simple. It gives my teammates more damage to targets out of cover. It gives me more explosion damage to help accent my Merciless. And it also gives me that grenade launcher, which, if you're in the Dark Zone and you have special ammo, the demo is pretty much a guaranteed kill. So, yeah, there's that. Starting off with the weapons. I am running the Famas, Merciless, and Double Barrel Sawed-Off. Looking at the Famas, this is a replica. I did have to craft it. It is sitting at 20.3k base damage, 990 on the RPMs with a 50 round mag. I have chosen to roll close and personal on here, so if I kill a target within the 7 meters, I get 50% weapon damage for 10 seconds. You could run Strained or Ranger, but the way I'm using this build, I am up in their face tanking the ever-loving shit out of them, and I get this to proc 99% of the time. So close and personal, of course I have Allegro on there, and then I've got Zen, which obviously you could knock off Zen for something else. Looking at the mods I am running. Rugged Mini Reflex Sight for the 5% crit chance. The Sturdy Extended Mag for the 20 extra rounds. Small laser pointer, which comes with the Demolition Specialization, giving me 7% more crit chance, and a Flash Hider 556, giving me 5% crit hit damage. I'm using the Merciless as a holstered weapon only. So let's go down there. It is called Brutality. While holstered, landing a shot has a 5% chance to deal 100% damage as explosive damage. So, any explosive damage you have on the build, including having the Demolition Specialization, it will up this Brutality proc. So, yeah, it is only a 5% chance, but when that hits, you will see the difference. Moving on to my Double Barrel Sawed-Off. Nothing too crazy. Premeditated, Allegro, recharged. 211k on the base damage. With using demo, let's see, what could you use? Would that be, here it is. So it would be this pistol, nothing crazy on it, in rhythm. So, I mean, I guess you could use that for the in rhythm talent, but besides that, I'm just sticking with the Double Barrel Sawed-Off. Quick overview of the build. This is a 7-12-1 build. My primary damage is at 20.3k for my Famas. I have just under 375k armor with 230k health. That is huge. That is well over 600k hit points, or 600k HP to all you gamers out there. Looking at the gear items right off the bat, you have 2 True Patriot, you have 1 Gilligard, 1 Alps, 1 Murakami, and a Fenris. So, reason for that, the 2 True Patriot give you total armor, 1 Gilligard gives you total armor, Murakami gives you health. The Alps, I'm doing it for the damage. We'll look at that though. And the Fenris again for the AR damage. So let's get into this. Looking at the True Patriot mask. It is gear score 500, 21.6k on the armor. Like I said, with this build configuration, I have the gear set 2 bonus, giving me 10% total armor. Going down to the attributes. This does have damage to elites and health. Obviously, if you guys can, you can switch it to crit chance. For me personally, after I show you everything about the build, you can use this in any dark zone and you will have 0 problems with any enemies. Whether it be elites, whether it be purples, whether it be players, whether it be dogs, it does not matter. So the damage to elites is a personal preference of mine. I have that on there because I really, really hate it when you get jumped while you're doing a landmark and then all of a sudden you're sandwiched between NPCs and players. I personally would like to have the opportunity to not only melt players but also melt NPCs as well. But like I said, you could switch that to crit chance if you really need it. But if not, this just enhances your survivability even more. Main reason why I have True Patriot on is also because of the red mod slots. This one does come with 1 red mod slot. I chose weapon damage and AR damage. Going on to the backpack. Murakami Industries backpack. With this build configuration, I am getting the 8% health out of the brand set bonus, but that's just the icing on the cake. I also have 3 blue attributes. One being total armor at 12.5, another one armor at 30,000, and then health just above 12,000. This Murakami backpack comes with efficient, so when I use a med kit, I have a 50% chance of it not consuming out of my own armor kits. So this is really good if, say you're manhunt, for example. If you are manhunt, you would want the efficient, that way you don't run out of med kits, and you'd also want somebody on your team to run gunner. That way you get your regenerated ammo. If you do that, you should be able to keep going manhunt, way up there into the ranks. The other talent I have on here, Vital, giving me another 25% health. And then yes, the Murakami backpack comes with a blue mod slot, so I chose armor and total armor. Going down to the gloves. Alps Summit climbing gloves. These are my God rolled gloves. I use them on just about every build. So yeah, here we go again. With the build configuration, I get the brand set bonus number 1 from Alps Summit, giving me 20% skill haste. I rolled AR damage onto these gloves, giving me 12% there. I also have Devastating, giving me 5% weapon damage. And it comes with a red mod slot, giving me weapon damage and AR damage. Just on these gloves alone, I have 23 damage towards my AR. 23%. Huge. Huge. Huge, huge. Alright, moving on to the vest. Gilligard chest. It's not 500, but close enough. The gear set, brand set bonus that I get out of this build, it gives me that 5% total armor. But just like the backpack, that's just the icing on the cake. If you look at these attributes, 19 total armor, 57k health, and just under 18k armor. This does come with that Berserk, so kind of remember it like back in Div 1 days, you had Unforgiving. The less armor you have, the more weapon damage you get. Same logic applies here. For every 20% armor I lose, I gain 8% damage. So you get 40% damage if you are running around with no armor. So yes, I do have 375k armor, but I also have 230 health. So if I wanted to, which I don't, but if I wanted to, I could run around with no armor and just mess people up that way. But for me, I'm all about that survivability. So give me that, 600k plus HP and let Berserk just sit there as a bonus. If I have full Berserk proc, cool. But I'm still going to melt you either way. Now, the Gilligard chest piece comes with 2 blue mod slots and a yellow mod slot. For the yellow, I went ahead and chose some reload speed and explosive damage. So I get 2% explosive damage and 4% reload speed. Out of the 2 blue mods, I chose armor and total armor. So just remember that. All blue mods, armor, total armor. Going down to the Fenris knee pads. Fenris knee pads, out of the brand set bonus, I get that 10% AR damage. Attribute comes with a blue. I have it at 22,000 health. The talents that came with this, hard hitting and patience. For all of you PvP lovers that just can't stand it when I have damage to elites, it is so easy for you to just roll off hard hitting and get whatever else you want. Whether it be armor regen, composure, what have you, cloaked, I don't know. Whatever floats your boat. But there it is. So health on the attribute, hard hitting, and patience. And finally, True Patriot holster. Remember, I'm getting the total armor out of the gear set bonus. The attributes on this holster, 1 red and 1 blue. The red being 15% crit hit chance. Remember, it maxes out at 16 or 16.5, so I am missing around 1% there. And then the health roll is just under 34k health, which is pretty decent. Like I said earlier, I'm using the True Patriot not only for the total armor, but for the red mod slots. So this holster doesn't fail. It holds 2 red mod slots, giving me weapon damage and AR damage on both of them. The skills I've been using in the Dark Zone, the Booster Hive and the Striker Drone. The Booster Hive is pretty self-explanatory. I use this to run from one end to the other if I see an extraction. I use this to chase manhunts whenever they want to just run. And I also use this when you see them throw down either their turret, their Striker Hive, or anything like that. Throw down your Booster Hive, you can run past it before it even hits you, and then you can just take out those skill build players before their skills even have a chance to talk to you. Also, I run the Striker Drone. I do that basically just to mess with people. So PvP is a head game, and these Striker drones are like that little gnat or like that little fly buzzing around your head. It's like it's not going to kill you, but it's going to bug the crap out of you. And while it's bugging the crap out of you, I'm going to run at you with 600k HP and a 20k Famas. I'm going to mow your ass down. And then I also use a concussion grenade because damage. That's why. Because it does a lot of damage. And that is the build, you guys. Let's go ahead and finish this out with the stats page. I'm going to go ahead and go straight down to the weapon sheet. This is for my Famas. So, let's get into it. Famas, sitting at 20.3k weapon damage. In PvP, it says it'll be right under 14k weapon damage. Currently, I have 27 crit hit chance, 30 crit hit damage, and 55 headshot damage. My reload speed is at 2.2 seconds, and yeah, I have that sturdy mag on. On the offense tab of your stats, I am currently sitting at 66.5 damage bonus. Yes, that is low for me, but I took out a lot of damage so I could put in a lot of health and armor. So even with that, I am running 10.5 weapon damage and 56 AR damage. Still pretty good for a tank build. And on top of that, just to pour salt in the wound, I have 79 damage to elites without even using damage to elite mods. Because we all know you could throw 13% more on there with your weapon mods. So I could get over 90% damage to elites if I wanted to. But I like to PvP, so I went ahead and went for some crit. I have 29 health damage and 27 explosive damage. Down to the defensive tab of your stats, I am at 374,233 armor with 229,691 health. My protection from elites is at 2%. That's cool. I've got 50% pulse resistance and nothing for the hazard protection. Got a little bit of burn resistance, but really nothing for the hazard protection. I do have the 20 skill haste, but the rest of it is pretty bland for my skills. That, and I'm only running 1 yellow. But that is it, you guys. Here it is, my TU6 TANKSERKER build for PvP and also a little bit of PvE. Definitely PvP though. Face tank, everything. Even those clutch players that think they could, outget you. But, the second they slip up, they're dead. So, alright. That is that, you guys. Kamikazevondoom. Like always, shout out to the DoD, Disciples of Doom. Currently, we're doing fairly well here on Xbox. Let's look at the leaderboard. 34th in the world in Clan XP. Ooh, we dropped. Now we're 121 in Conflict. And 297 in the raid. We should probably do some more raids. But alright, that's it. Von Doom out. See you guys in the next one. Peace.